Okay, let's talk about the distance formula. And this is the distance formula right here. And of course, if you are watching this video, I assume you're interested in the distance formula. It's a very, very important formula. It looks more complicated than it really is in terms of how to use it. But I think a lot of students initially they'll look at it and they get a little intimidated with all this little square roots and all this kind of stuff. But obviously, this formula has to do with finding the distance between 2 points, and we're going to get into how to use the distance formula with a nice example in just 1 second. But first, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher, and over many years, I've constructed what I like to believe is one of the most robust, comprehensive online math help programs there is. But I'll let you be the judge of that. I'm going to leave the link to my math help program in the description of this video. So whether you need to take a full course or you need assistance with the course that you're in, my program can help you. Also, as a math teacher, I'm a huge stickler on math notes. Okay, you have to take math notes. It's just been something I've seen over several years of teaching. Those students with the best math notes generally have the best math grades, and the reverse is true. Those students with poor math notes, disorganized math notes, sloppy math notes, my dog ate my homework and my math notes, no math notes, that type of thing. They don't, they struggle in math, okay, for obvious reasons. You need to take great math notes. So if your notes are less than what they need to be right now, so hopefully, this message will motivate you to start improving your math notes, but you still need something to study from. So I offer math notes. I'm going to leave a link to those in the description of this video as well. Those would include pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, and trigonometry. Okay, so let's get into the distance formula. So again, this is the distance formula, and let's look at this example, okay? So the distance formula uh, is basically a formula, right, that tells us the distance between 2 points on the coordinate plane. So here we have the point 6, 4, and we have the point -2, -1, these two coordinates. So if I wanted to find the distance, okay, between the 2 points, I would be like, well, how would I do that? Well, you can get your ruler out, your tape measure and stuff. Yeah, well, that's not really how we do it, right? So if it's on a graph paper, you can kind of get a sense, but the distance formula is going to give us the exact distance between 2 points on the coordinate plane. Okay, so that's the whole point and purpose of the distance formula. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this example, all right, to see how we apply the distance formula. So we're going to find the distance between these two coordinates right here. Okay, so we have 6, 4 and -2, -1. All right, so here is our problem. We have 6, 4 and -2, -1. So let's find the distance between these two ordered pair, these two coordinates, these 2 points. All those words mean the same thing. All right, and here we have the distance formula. So let's talk about what the distance formula is and how we plug in our values. All right, so basically, what we're going to do is we're going to find the differences of the x's, okay, of the x values. So here, 6 and -2 are our x coordinates, okay, between these 2 points. So we're going to find the differences of those, and that would look like this. I could take 6 minus a minus 2, all right, so that's 6 minus minus 2, or you could have done -2 minus 6. It will work out the same way. And then we're going to square that, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the differences of the y's. That's what this means right here, all right? Subtract the y coordinates. So I have 4 minus a minus 1. You got to be careful with the negatives. That's why I kind of threw them in with this example. So that's 4 minus a minus 1, and then we're going to square that, okay? And let's go ahead and look at the rest of this. Of course, we're going to be taking the square root of all of this in a second, but let's just focus in on the math. So 6 minus minus 2, that'll be the same thing as 6 plus 2, and we're going to square that. And then 4 minus a minus 1 is going to be the same as 4 plus 1, and we're going to square that. So 6 plus 2 is going to, of course, be 8, and then we're going to square that, okay? And then 4 plus 1 is 5, and we're going to square that. And then once we do all this simplify this down to one value, we'll end up taking the entire square root, okay? All right, so 8 squared is 64, plus 5 squared is 25, and we're going to take the square root of the sum of those two numbers. 64 plus 25 is 89, and then we'll take the square root of 89, and we're going to get approximately 9.43. Now, of course, when you take the square root of a real number, you'll get a positive and negative version. When you're looking at the distance, you could just think of it as displacement, or you could just go ahead and write the positive version um, of that answer. Okay, so it would be approximately 9.43. So let's just kind of circle back to our problem here. Okay, so what we just did is we used the distance formula to find the distance between these 2 points. Okay, so from here to here, remember the distance is the shortest point, or the distance between 2 points is a straight line. Okay, so the distance here would be 9.43 units. Okay, so that's, basically the distance formula. It doesn't really have to be more complicated than that. I think where students struggle, one, they don't, they get intimidated by the formula, and they make these little arithmetic errors here, especially when there's negative coordinates involved in these points. So just be careful with the math and work your problems just step by step by step. Okay, you got to show your work. That's huge. Not only do you need to show your work so you can control the problem, but that's the first thing. The second thing is you need to be checking your work as you go. All right, that's hugely important. And the third thing is when you give this stuff to your teacher needs to be able to read and be convinced that you know what you're doing. Okay, and that's why you just simply have to be neat and structured when you're doing mathematics. Remember, mathematics is a language. Right? This is no different than writing sentences and paragraphs. And if just think about it, like if you're gonna tell a story and you're like, well, I'm going to tell a story and here's my story. It's all these sentences and paragraphs. But you're like, I'm just going to tell this story to someone by just writing a sentence here and something here and then something down there. Okay. They're not going to get it. All right. They're going to be like, yeah, I don't know how you went from here to here. Okay. Same thing in math. You got to tell the story step by step by step by step by step. Okay. So, a huge part of doing math is to have the right habits. Okay, so neatness, structure, showing your work. I know your teachers are out there, or your teacher, whoever your teacher may be, I'm sure is. You've heard this from them as well. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully you have, and if you haven't, you're hearing it from me. And I'm telling you, this is the secret stuff for you to do well in math. All right, so if you like this video, if it helped you out in some way, I certainly would appreciate you smashing that like button. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, hopefully you'll become a subscriber. If you like my teaching style, I have hundreds of videos on my YouTube channel organized in various playlists. Of course, my best work is going to be in my math help program. And then, of course, you can pick up a set of notes if you'd like to. All right, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.